money is so emotional that really you're part psychologist too, because they bring their people's worst behavior as well as their worst fears come out when it comes to money and losing money, because it's such an emotional subject.
Why do you think that financial advising, estate planning, your wealth, planning is the greatest job?
Not to be negative, but there's so many people in this business that do it badly that you really you don't have to have all the answers. No one does. I certainly don't pretend to. But it's just a matter of, I can't think of anything more rewarding. This is stupid, but as a kid in downtown Toledo, my dad was a mechanical engineer, but we always did a lot of physical labor and stuff we worked all the time. And I remember driving through downtown Toledo, which is like one of the fastest shrinking cities in the country. And I saw this guy in a suit going into one of these buildings. I'm like, Dad, what do these people do? Like, and he's tried to explain it. I'm like, one day I just want to be a guy that goes in a suit into a building and gets to do whatever they do. And I was like, I don't know, 6 years old. And so I didn't even know what that meant, but as an advisor, you do a lot of things, but I feel like what makes it best is the hardest part about my job is that you internalize all of the most intense fears that your clients have. So when everything's going up, it's great. Everybody feels great, right. But money is so emotional that really you're part psychologist too, because they bring their people's worst behavior as well as their worst fears come out when it comes to money and losing money, because it's such an emotional subject. And I love money. I love markets. I love seeing how the gears work inside of an engine and a motor, how the gears work in the IPO process, the SPAC process, how the whole thing actually works, and why markets matter and why investing matters, and how it can absolutely transform someone's life. They don't have to do super complicated things, but just by doing a couple key things right. And so when clients refer me to their friends, their family, or when they come back, I've been, now 10 years, I've had clients with me that now for 10 years, and they either cross that $1 million mark or that $2 million mark, $3 million, and they're like, oh, we can retire, but we want to keep working. I grew up with an anxiety about money, the fear of not having money, because I realized to be able to see my family, to travel to see and do all the things and go snowboarding whenever I want, be able to, help my family and friends when I need to. It's money. So I've always wanted to learn how to invest and make.
Yeah. And that, yeah, absolutely.